Time now for the morning rush. It will still be a while before a final decision comes from Albuquerque City Councilors on moving forward with sanctioned homeless encampments. Last night, councilors against the camps voted against having the city come up with rules for them. Those rules would only come into play if the camps end up being allowed. The earliest that they could come up for a vote is in the middle of August. Albuquerque's Family and Community Services Department is now outlining its current policy on how they decide when to clear out a homeless camp. Priority 1 on their list refers to camps that the city tries to clear out as quickly as possible, including in areas like roads or areas with obvious drug use. Preparations continue this morning for potential flooding for the communities in and around the Hermit's Peak Calf Canyon burn scars. So far, nearly 100,000 sandbags have been handed out in Las Vegas and Mora. Zoe.
We are looking at a warm day today compared to yesterday. That's the best news of all, because temperatures yesterday were pretty chilly in my opinion, even with the humidity getting into the mid-80s by the afternoon and a good amount of sunshine before a lot more moisture heads our way by the weekend.
The teen who killed Santa Fe High School basketball star J.B. White is set to spend life in prison. 18-year-old ESTEVAN MONTOYA was convicted last month of first-degree murder in White's death. In his sentencing hearing yesterday, the judge handed down a life sentence for White's murder. Now, Montoya will be eligible for parole after 30 years. A drunk driver who killed two cousins on Thanksgiving Day will spend more than a decade behind bars. 25-year-old Dominic Martinez was speeding on Thanksgiving Day in 2018 when he crashed into Jacob and Caden Montoya, killing them. In his sentencing yesterday, Judge Britt Baca-Miller sentenced Martinez to 12 years in prison. An Albuquerque man is behind bars this morning after police say that he tried to solicit sex online from an undercover officer posing as a 13-year-old boy. Investigators say that the 71-year-old had an explicit texting relationship with a state police agent for months. That was before arranging to meet at a park. State police arrested him last week and are pushing to keep him locked up until trial. Zoe.
We are still looking at a warm day ahead of us. There is the potential for the warmer temperatures to head our way, but our Metro Threat Index, that's what we're really concerned about today, the potential for flash flooding, some stronger storms closer to the western half of the state that may lead to burn scar flooding possible.
A man is scheduled to be sentenced after pleading guilty to DWI and leaving the scene of a deadly crash. In July 2018, Casey Zuni crashed into another car, killing 29-year-old Alyssa Barboa and injuring her two passengers. Now, he was eventually charged with vehicular homicide but took a plea deal. Both sides agreed to Zuni serving 4 years as part of that plea deal. Happening today, the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th insurrection will be entering their 5th public hearing. Now, today's hearing is set to reveal if President Trump tried to pressure the Justice Department to support his claims of election fraud. That session is also expected to examine a January 3rd meeting that took place inside of the Oval Office. Uvalde, Texas School District Police Chief Pete Arredondo has now been placed on administrative leave. Now, he was in charge of the police response in Uvalde during the Robb Elementary School shooting. Arredondo is accused of holding officers back from the classroom for over an hour after the shooting began. Zoe.
Well, traffic maps are looking nice and clear this morning. Really nothing to worry about on your Thursday morning commute, as our tracker is currently driving on I-40 east of 6th Street. Again, things are looking clear. We'll keep you updated as the morning keeps going.
Luxury giant Yves Saint Laurent could help you unlock your favorite perfume with its new brain scanning headset. That headset monitoring their brain waves as they inhale. It's also going to show how they react to different scents and determine which they like the best. The emotional responses measured by the headset are analyzed and then used to find the perfect scent.
Time now for today's 5 facts. At number 5, an Albuquerque photographer makes the big time with her work appearing in the fashion magazine Vogue. Ashley Joyce started photography 12 years ago while studying at UNM. She was able to choose what she wanted to feature in the magazine, so she chose a couple she had photographed while working as a wedding photographer in Colorado. Joyce says she will always be inspired by her home state.
At number 4, the teen who killed Santa Fe High School basketball star J.B. White is set to spend life in prison. In 2020, 18-year-old ESTEVAN MONTOYA shot and killed White at a fight at a house party near Santa Fe. Montoya was convicted last month of first-degree murder in White's death. The judge handed down a life sentence for White's murder. He's eligible for parole after 30 years.
And at number 3, we are looking at that moisture continuing to push west, closer and closer to the New Mexico-Arizona border. That will be the best chance to see those stronger showers and thunderstorms as drier air invades to the east, allowing a bit more sunshine and a few degrees warmer temperatures.
At number 2, preparations continue this morning for potential flooding for the communities in and around the Hermit's Peak Calf Canyon burn scars. Crews in Las Vegas have been packing sandbags around homes in case those floodwaters come. And at number 1, it could be August when a final decision comes from the Albuquerque City Councilors on moving forward with sanctioned homeless encampments. Last night, the councilors against the camps voted against having the city come up with rules for them. Those rules would only come into play if the camps end up being allowed. That was called into question this week when City Councilor Brooke Basson backtracked and withdrew her support for the idea after receiving fierce backlash. Now, she did introduce legislation that would undo the new zoning rules, and that did not get the votes needed to get it on the agenda.